Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another outstanding episode of the FilterLIFE Podcast. I want to pause for a minute because this episode that you're about to listen to is with a friend that we met on social media. This is proof that the Enlisted Kidney Foundation meeting people where they are is super, super important. Our next guest you're going to hear from is a liver disease patient. On the FilterLIFE Podcast, we don't discriminate on our filters that we talk about. So today we're going to talk a little bit about liver disease and what living liver donation looks like. Did you know that your liver can regenerate? I didn't before this conversation with this person. Let's bring the education that we all have right to your living room. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of the FilterLIFE Podcast. Let's fast forward for a minute. What is the first thing?
I have a
Recovery's
secret to
over.
tell you. I have a secret to tell you. It's
Go ahead.
successful.
It's successful.
Yeah,
So
so they're already giving us tentative dates.
tentative date. So you guys are already getting ready to.
We're already penciled in on our doctor's schedules.
That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning into the Filter Life Podcast. Today, our guest, Ray. Ray, thank you so much for joining us. Ray and I met on TikTok. She runs a really cool TikTok live page with a bunch of HEPA homies, shout out, that are all liver patients. And there are some kidney patients in there as well. So I've actually found that there's this huge community of liver and kidney disease patients on TikTok. So if you haven't been out there, dude, get on TikTok, follow us, let's get connected. There's a huge community of everybody, people who are on dialysis and not really knowing what to do during the day. And they hop on here, man. I've been finding it with our grassroots campaigns, trying to be where you guys are. That's where we met our next guest, Ray. Ray, thank you so much for being here. What did you know about liver disease before your doctors told you you had liver disease?
Know anything about living liver donation, to be honest. I just thought it had to be like a deceased donation. What does that even mean? Like, that was my first question. I'm like, what does that
Yeah.
even mean? So I went home and I did all my homework because I want to be educated on the things that I have the potential to be going on with my body, you know?
Absolutely.
So I went and I dug deep. In 2 months, I was down there getting my evaluation.
Wow. Wow. What do you wish more people understood today about living liver donation?
Yeah, I wish that they knew that the liver does regenerate itself. It's a robotic surgery. It's a laparoscopic surgery unless something is wrong.
Wow. So it's easier. It sounds like it's a little easier to qualify,
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe. I wish people knew it because it is so different from the kidneys on this aspect. You can be diabetic and give a piece of your liver. You
Okay.
can be.
You can be.
You have to. It has to be medically managed.
Wow. What misconceptions do you hear most often about liver donation?
Probably that you have to be 100% healthy, and also I guess like the healing time and the invasiveness of the procedure because it's still a major surgery. Don't get me wrong. It's not as your scarring, your incision, all of that's not as intense as it is on the receiving end. They take out the whole complete old liver and replace it with that
That
piece that they
piece, and
took.
then that
Yeah,
piece
the piece.
grows.
Uh-huh. And within a year to a year and a half, you're typically back up there as a recipient. The
Awesome.
donor is much, much faster because they still have the
The other
piece of
piece.
their original liver. Right.
And that is what? Almost like it's like a month or something, right? The liver regenerates, like,
Right.
pretty
I
quickly.
think that, yeah, they tell you like paperwork wise, like 6 to 12 weeks. But I've been with my sister to these appointments and they're telling her like 4 to 6 weeks is probably realistic. Before she can
Now,
go
does
back to
your
work.
donor have to be a family member?
No, not at all.
Okay. So
Not at
they
all.
can altruistically donate liver. Somebody could altruistically donate to somebody that's not in my family or anything like that. They don't have to be related to you, Ray. It could be anybody, right? It could be you. Watch
Correct.
it right now. Yeah, it could be you.
Right. That's right. You
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
You too. Yeah, no, they don't have to. You can go altruistically. At my center, they just did a seven domino liver transplant surgery in the past couple of months.
That's
So
cool.
7 people got transplanted by an altruistic donor, or which
That's cool.
what that that
Sets off the chain reaction.
that set up that reaction. 7 people received their donations with their pair. So it was awesome.
So
Yep.
you talked a little bit about somebody who wants to donate. Not that it may not be as stringent of requirements to be able to donate a portion of your liver because your liver is going to regenerate. And you donate a kidney, they take the whole kidney out and give the other person the whole kidney. And then the person who donated is forced to live with that one kidney for the rest of their life.
Mhm.
And it could raise issues of causing kidney disease later on in life.
Right.
So living liver donation, literally you donate the liver, it regenerates in like less than a year, let's call it, and
Yeah.
you're kind of
Weeks.
back to normal.
Then you
Wow.
have a whole new liver.
And somebody else has a whole new life. That's awesome.
You get
That
a
is-
whole new liver out of the deal, and somebody else has a whole new life.
Now, Ray, if somebody listening to today's episode wants to learn more about living liver donation, where would you start? Where would somebody start?
Donate Life.
Okay.
Donate Life has a lot of information out there. Each facility that offers living, not all facilities offer living liver donation.
That's an
And
important
even
part.
less
Okay.
facilities offer paired donation.
Mm. Now,
So
what
some
is
of the
paired donation?
paired is like my sister and myself. My sister's an A blood type. I'm an O blood type. I can only receive from an O. So we went in knowing, because we weren't the same blood type, that if she matched, if everything went through, we would be doing a pair. So they find another pair, or we could be a part of a domino as well.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Let's fast forward for a minute. What is the first thing?
I have a
Recovery's
secret to
over.
tell you. I have a secret to tell you.
Thank you so much for tuning into the Filter Life podcast. Listen, I wanted to take a brief moment, just a brief moment, and share with you a little bit about the Enlisted Kidney Foundation and some of the really cool things that are coming our way. So we are a veteran-led, veteran-focused 501c3 nonprofit organization. When I was first diagnosed, listen, I wasn't looking for the pamphlet. I wasn't looking for the website. What I was looking for was community. What I was looking for was somebody who had walked this walk before. That's why we created the Enlisted Kidney Foundation. We are here as a mentoring organization to walk this walk with our patients. And right now, we're preparing to represent patients at Kidney Week. And we can't do it without you. This year, the Enlisted Kidney Foundation, I'm proud to announce that we have received the Sellies Championship Award for our mentorship efforts. That means we need to get out to Denver, Colorado so we can receive this award and bring your voices with us. After that, we're headed to DC so we can take on with our congressional leaders House Resolution 3639, the PFAS Act. As many of you know, my kidney disease was directly contributed to my exposure to toxic chemicals, specifically these PFAS forever chemicals. We're going out to just to support 3639, but House Resolution 2687, the End Kidney Deaths Act, which is going to provide altruistic kidney donors $50,000 in a refundable tax credit over 5 years. And we're going to go up and support House Resolution 1518. That's the new era of kidney disease to end end-stage kidney disease. That's going to help set up centers of excellence in our Black and brown communities. These are things that need to be passed. These are laws that need to be changed, and we can't do it without you. So if you can find it in your hearts today to donate to our organization, you can head over to our website, enlistedkidneyfoundation.org/donate. Thank you again, and back to your show. it's successful.
Yeah,
So
so they're already giving us tentative dates.
tentative date. So you guys are already getting ready to.
We're already penciled in on our doctor's schedules.
That's awesome. See,
Just need like
with
everybody to say yes and okay, and then we'll be typed in permanently on that schedule. So at the end of July, beginning of August timeframe is what we're looking at. So
it's
that's my
coming up.
secret. It is successful, and it can be done.
What is the first thing after recovery that you want
Mhm.
to do now that you have a new liver, a newfound health, this worry of this disease kind of gets some weight taken off of the shoulders? is your first plan, Ray?
My first plan, hmm, I mean, I know what I wanna do, I just don't know I'm definitely not gonna step down from my platform. I will continue to educate. I definitely wanna be a peer advocate role, like teach a class over Zoom or something like that. Like I said, reach one to teach one. Unfortunately, I've also seen that this disease is hitting our younger and younger and younger.
Younger people, man, are just getting it. I mean, same with the kidney disease. It's starting to affect more and more people. I mean, look, the chemicals that we put in our bodies have to go through and get filtered. And if we're putting chemicals in our foods and in our drinks and we can't get away from them, then your body can't get away from it either. It's just not like we get a pass. You don't get to skip. Your liver and your kidney is no better than mine and somebody else's. Is there something that you can't do now that you want to do after transplant?
Exercise. I can't exercise. I can't get up from the floor
Mm,
without looking like a roly poly. I gotta roll around. If I sit down or squat down, I gotta roll around, find something to pull myself up on. The strength that I used to have just isn't what it used to be. So I'm looking forward to getting my physical therapy in afterwards, which is also, of course, required, but getting that physical therapy in and just blowing it out of the water and being able to walk my dog around the block again, my
mm,
little
yeah.
he's not even big, but being able to walk him around the block, stuff like that. Just the smallest of things that you take for granted until you can't do it.
When you get diagnosed with this disease, you really learn the things that you took for granted, the small little things that you took for
Mm,
granted. It was like until you break you ever broke like a pinky toe? You never realize how much you use that pinky toe until it's broken, and then you're like, "Oh my god, it's the worst pain ever." You think
right?
you need this toe for everything now, but you never needed it before. So it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Now, Ray, on the Filter Life podcast, the term filter life to us is about filtering in and out our daily distractions, filtering in and out what's important in our lives, filtering in and out new people, people that can provide value in our current situation, and filtering out those who aren't providing that value. What does the term filter life mean to you?
It's a good one. You learn how to filter out people, noise, nonsense that isn't benefiting you. Whether it's cutting it out from your family, from your friends, from people on social media, just filter and let the good things in, things that are going to keep you positive. Because when the liver's sick, it regulates so many of your emotions.
Mm,
So that's why those days of laughter and the funner days that we have, they're needed because then people have that stability to stand up on. So just filter into your life the things that make you feel good, wholly, effortlessly.
mm,
If it doesn't fit through the filter, it's not for you.
that ain't for you. If it's
That's
gotta
right.
squeeze through that thing, man, it probably ain't for you, man. If there's
Okay.
one thing you hope every person watching our episode remembers about living liver donation and organ donation and the people currently waiting for a second chance, what would it be?
I would want them to know that the education's out there. It's not as bad as you probably think it is. And if you're out there waiting for your gift, I would definitely recommend that you ask your team about living donation, whether it's kidney or liver. I know liver's a little bit at less facilities, but I've seen and heard people moving to get that gift that way. Everybody's symptoms are different, and sometimes these scores that they give you just don't indicate what you're really feeling and how it affects your daily life. These centers are specialized in that. They can see that. Sometimes you gotta travel, you gotta do whatever, and just remember there's no such thing as can't afford. There's programming out there for living donors. The NLDAC or NALDAC, they reimburse you greatly. Lost wages, travel expenses, they pay you per diem, childcare if you should need it. There are ways that if you really wanna do it, it can really work.
Awesome. Well, Ray, thank you so much for being on here today, taking the time out of your day to talk to the world about living liver donation, sharing your own story and your own struggles with this disease. You know, if I had to give some advice to the listener today, it would be find community, find organization, find Ray on TikTok, find
Yes,
organization.
find me and I will add you. We are not just liver, we are the HIPAA homies, but we have so many walks of life in there. We have donor moms, we have living donors themselves, deceased donor parents, caregivers, like I said, we have kidney patients in there. So, community is where you're at. And if you need it, come on over, guys. We have it. Just tune into a live and we will direct you the rest of the way.
I definitely appreciate that, Ray. Definitely. Thank you
Not a
again for
problem.
joining us today. We learned that organ donation is bigger than just kidneys. We learned liver donation and we talked about kidney donation. It's bigger than just kidneys. Thousands of people are waiting for this second chance through liver transplantation. And many people don't realize that living donation is even possible. And they don't realize that your liver regenerates. So we want to make sure that we get that word out there, whether you're a patient, a caregiver, a healthcare provider, healthcare professional,
Right.
doctors. We talk to a lot of them as well, or simply just listening today. Awareness saves lives. Sometimes the very first step in donating or health education isn't calling the doctor. It's educating yourself. It's learning.
Hmm.
It's trying to be the smartest person in the room so that way you can understand what the doctor's trying to tell you. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in to the Filter Life podcast. We'll see you on the next episode.
Bye, guys.
Till next time.